Okay. Hi guys. This is my first ever live and it's very, very nerve-wracking, but whatever. Um I decided to go live just because I wanted to get to know you guys a little better if anybody does end up joining on, but I wanted to get to know you guys just a little bit better and I don't know, just present myself more on my community because I film videos almost every single day, but I don't really get to I talk to you guys in the comments, but I don't really get to like chat with you guys live. So that is why I wanted to go live and because it's been in my bucket list too to go live at least once on this channel. I mean, I'm going to continue going live, but I wanted to just kind of get the first one out of the way. But what we are going to be talking about with the title of this video, it's called No Motivation, No Problem, Create a Action Plan That Works. So let's begin. So I'm going to be talking to you guys like as if I was filming myself on camera. Alrighty. So when we start our journey to achieving our goals, we always begin with like the motivation. Motivation is like kind of the beginning parts of it, especially when you're like watching YouTube videos and you feel motivated, or you see a picture and you get motivated. That's kind of like the first beginnings of I'm going to go after a goal. I'm going to create a plan and I'm going to go after a goal. And so, as we all know, motivation doesn't ever last. It usually is either with you depending on who you are, whether it's going to be you're going to feel motivated in the moment, then it's just going to go away, or you're going to feel motivated for a day and then it's just going to go away, or you're going to feel motivated in a week and it's going to go away, or you're going to be the opposite end where it's you're going to feel motivated and then you're going to turn that motivation into discipline, which is what we want to do. So when you have no motivation, it's no problem, because what we need is that discipline. That discipline is going to be your best friend. So one thing that I figured out as I was researching things about motivation, because that's the thing I love to do. I love to research about motivation. And something that I found out is that researchers at the Vanderbilt University found that people who consider themselves go-getters, which are people who are the most motivated, the people who go after their goals, the people who are very extremely productive, have a greater dopamine signaling, meaning they respond better to rewards. So what does this mean for us? Like, why is this important for us? So if you're someone who lacks the motivation, it's because you're rewarding your body before you're even actually doing the work. So you're telling your brain and you're telling your body, hey, I don't have to do anything because I'm just going to give myself what I want anyways. I'm going to give into that cookie. I'm going to give into that, I don't know, YouTube video. I'm going to give into that TikTok. You're rewarding your body before it even has a chance to just do anything. And so you're just telling yourself essentially, I don't have to do the work because I'm always going to reward myself in the end. I'm always going to give myself what I want in the end. So why should I pick up and go to the gym? Why should I study? Why should I don't know, X, Y, or Z, whatever action you need to do in order to go after your plan. So to create an action plan that works, we need to create a reward system that incorporates that dopamine. So just last night, actually, I kind of did this to myself, and this is where I knew that like discipline was the thing for me, where I'm like, oh, hi, good morning, thanks for watching. Okay. So I realized that for me, I need to kind of like mind play my own mind in order to accomplish something. So last night I was doing like my bedtime routine, and then I was like, I really feel like watching TikTok because right now, obviously, RIP Liam Payne, but there is a lot of content going on at TikTok because of Liam Payne. Hi, good morning, Rebecca. So I was feeling like I want to go watch it, but I was in the middle of my bedtime routine. So I told myself, this is how like I kind of play with my own head and kind of make myself do things that I don't want to do, but I have to do. I tell myself, Geraldi, you're accumulating all of the great all accumulating all the good TikToks. So if you wait it out, you're gonna get all the good stuff right before bed. And so I'm like, you just need to pick up the floor, you need to brush your teeth, you need to do your skincare. Like I needed to do all this stuff before I could reward myself. And so I knew in the long term that me picking up all of like the toys off the floor and doing my skincare in the long term it's going to be beneficial for me than me just going straight to watching TikToks, because I was just going to get a short-term reward, and there was going to be the long-term consequence where if I'm not doing my skincare, I'm going to get pimples. If I'm not picking up the floor, my house is going to be dirty. Like, these things have to happen in order for me to like get my stuff done, if that makes any sense. So you have to kind of mind plan your game. So when you're creating an action plan, you have to create it in the mindset of, I'm going to incorporate rewards so that I can accomplish my goals. So by the way, I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining on. I didn't think anybody was going to join, but thank you so much. I will be reading the comments pretty soon. I just kind of want to get through this stuff, and then we could talk about like what this video is about, essentially. So, but I just want to say thank you so much for joining. Okay, so number one, don't give in until you've done something. I always say this, where you kind of continue to create this bad habit for yourself when you constantly give in when you constantly give in to the bad things, when you constantly give in to, again, that cookie, you give in to that bad situation, you give in to that bad habit, you're not allowing yourself to you're not allowing your mind to be like, I have to go to the gym. I have to eat better. I have to save money. Um, because you're constantly giving in. So don't give in. If you're going to create this action plan, create it so that you're making the steps, you're making your routine as, I'm going to continue. I'm going to go after my goal. I'm going to create the action plan based on the action steps needed in order to accomplish that goal. So you're going to go to the gym before you even pick up your phone or you pick up TikTok. You're going to eat clean for about a week before you even eat a cookie. Because of that dopamine hit, like I said in the beginning. So people who are go-getters have a greater dopamine signaling, so they respond better to rewards. So when you pull back on those rewards first and you go do your action and then you reward yourself, you're going to figure out that, like, I have to do something before I can have that dopamine hit, before I can have that. I'm looking at my notes. I'm so sorry. So number 2, discipline is a mindset. We want to think that discipline is more of like a physical thing, like, oh, I have to pick up the weights or I have to X, Y, or Z, right? Discipline is more of mental lifting than it is physical lifting. You're not physically lifting yourself up. You're mentally lifting yourself up. So when you're laying down in bed, it takes a lot more mental strength to be like, okay, I got to get off of this phone. Okay, I got to get off of this bed. Okay, I got to get ready. Okay, like, it takes a lot of convincing in your brain, and pushing your brain to do the things it doesn't want to do, essentially. So discipline, I always define it as a control of behavior. You're controlling your behavior by doing the things it doesn't want to do. So if you're wanting to control your mind, you have to control your behavior. What are the things that you're doing constantly every single day that are not helping you to accomplish your goals? What is it that you're doing every single day that is not allowing you to progress towards your goals? Because I always say, remember this: progress is the magic sauce. Progress is where you're going to find yourself in creating the life that you really, really, truly want. I'm so sorry. It's because I keep hearing my echo and it's kind of throwing me off. Um, Bridget, can you turn it down? Okay. It's because my sister's watching too, and so, like, I keep hearing my echo, so it's, like, throwing me off in my head because 'cause I'm like, "What am I saying?" It's a whole I'm so sorry. Okay. Anyways, so yes, you're controlling your behavior. You have to control what you're doing. So, to before you can control your behavior, you have to control your mind, and how do you control your mind? Well, when we think of motivation, we always think of, like, a positive thing, like, "Oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna I'm gonna have $1 million and I'm gonna have $1 billion business, or I'm gonna I'm gonna have my future home. Like, you think of all of these positive things when you are going after a goal. But then, as we know, motivation slowly but surely, like, kind of dies off. And so once it dies off, you're just like, okay, what's left? Like, you yourself and your discipline, you yourself and your habits, you and yourself and your routine. That's why I always say progress is the magic sauce, because when you hit yourself in that routine, into that progress, you start rewarding yourself, which is what we need. You start rewarding yourself with the progress, and you start seeing the numbers go up in your bank account. You start seeing the numbers on the scale go down. You start seeing the numbers go up in, like, in your followers account. You start seeing the progress, and you start thinking like, "Oh my god, like, this is real. Like, this is happening for me." And I know this too well because it happened to me. Like, I was the most non-disciplined person. I was the laziest person alive. I didn't want to do absolutely anything. I would say I was going to do something, and then the next week I would be off of my routine already. So when I tell you I know this too well, I know it too well, because I'm like, what is it that, like, when you Google like how to become discipline or how to go after goal, they kind of always give you like the same exact advice. It's always the SMART goals or breaking down your routine. And I've done it so many times, and I'm just like, what is it that's like I'm missing? What is it that I'm just like, I can't get myself together? And it was this one thing, because motivation again dies off, and discipline, I just didn't know how to get the skill. This was the thing that, like, kind of turned it around. So progress was the magic sauce. I realized that I needed to make progress. And the number two thing was that I needed to create a fear-based mindset. Not only are we looking towards the future of like positivity of I'm going to achieve this and I'm going to get this and look at all of this glamour and luxury, but also what's going to happen if I don't? What's going to happen if I don't go after my goals? What's going to happen if I don't try to at least show up for myself? What's going to happen if I don't? And that is the fear based mindset that really switched my mind around and my discipline around. Because if I'm laying down for too long and I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, I want to, for example, this, right? Become a full time content creator. But I'm laying down and I know I have to film a YouTube video, but I want to procrastinate and be like, oh, whatever, like, I'll just do it tomorrow. I started thinking in my head, what is it that's going to happen if I don't go after this? Well, a couple things, right? Either A, I'm going to watch all these other people go after their goals and become a content creator, and I'm going to be left behind, and I'm going to look back in 10 years and regret that I never took a chance. Or B, um, I'm going to make all this progress and then I'm just going to lose out on it because I decided to procrastinate. Or C, um, I just end up regretting it, right? So I created this fear-based mindset where I'm just telling myself, okay, I regret I if I don't go after my goal of becoming a full-time content creator, I'm going to have all of these things happen. And that is where I pick myself up now, and I'm able to do that mental lifting of like, okay, if I don't do this, this is what's going to happen. And I mentally pick myself up and I go after my goal and I go do whatever it is that I need to do. That is the discipline mindset. That's how you kind of start switching your mind around, is that not only are you looking towards the future, but you're also looking at like, what's going to happen? What are my consequences, and make it in real time. Because consequences, when it's not like at work, you yourself are holding yourself accountable. So if you're not holding yourself accountable, you're not going to see the immediate consequences until after a while, until like a few years down the line. So I encourage you to not only see the positive things, but also see the negative things, and not in a like depressive, not an anxiety driven like way, but more of like, these are the consequences if I don't go after my goal. And I promise you, you'll start kind of switching your mind around and start creating like that discipline that you need, because you need something to get you up, not only just motivation, but you need that fear based motivation as well. So the last thing before we get into like, I don't know if you guys want to talk or not. So the last thing that I have is that you need to set your routine into stone. You need to pick one goal, 1 hour, same step every single day. Every single day, you need to be doing something with your goal. It has to be the same time, same day, every day. It has to be every day because my number one thing is that progress is the magic sauce. So we have to make progress every single day. For me, I show up on YouTube every single day, even though I don't want to. I show up every single day because I'm like, my ultimate goal is that I want to become a YouTube content creator. So how do I show up? I show up like this, whether it's me posting a video or now going on live. But you need to set it in stone. You need to pick one goal, you need to pick one action, and you need to pick one, like, the same time every single day. And so to create the perfect action plan, you need to have that reward system set for yourself as well in your routine. So if you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to go to the gym for an hour and then afterwards I can lay down for an hour and watch TikTok, or I can lay down and rot for the rest of the day. But you have to create that system so that you're signaling your brain that you have to work in order to accomplish your goal. You have to work in order to get that reward. You can't give in to yourself, okay? So set that into your routine. Set that into stone. If I do this, then this will happen. You see, like, cause and effect. That if I do this, then this is going to happen. If I do that, this is going to happen. And watch the progress happen along the way. When you watch the progress and you're watching your numbers every single day, then that is when you're going to feed yourself into that addiction of, I'm accomplishing something, I'm getting somewhere, my dreams are becoming reality. Um, so that is kind of all I have as far as today. There was like so much, what's it called, research out there when it comes to motivation and like kind of where the parts of our brain create that motivation. And it was really, really interesting to read. I kind of want to like read it some more. And I don't know. I wish there's like this one thing that I really, really want to do, and it's to go back to school and learn about psychology, whether it's to get, I don't know, just some sort of certificate in psychology, like go back to community college and get a certificate in psychology. Because I've realized that with goal setting and going after your goals, and people who are more productive and people who are more disciplined, it has to do a lot more with your mindset and psychology than it is with anything else, than it is like any other physical thing that you have to do. And it's kind of been like a roaming idea of me of like, should I go back to school just to learn psychology, just so I could say like, hey, I have a certificate in psychology and this is what I've learned about blah 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 blah. I don't know, but it's a goal of mine. But I did want to say thank you guys so much for joining. It's like super exciting. I genuinely didn't think anybody was gonna want to join today, but I just want to say thank you. I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything really to say about like your journey with accomplishing your goals. I did want to read this comment though. It says, "Hey girly, good morning. I've been watching our videos. Hope you get as much watch hours as possible to reach your goals. You're doing amazing." Thank you so much, Rosie. That's amazing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't think any of you guys would join in today, and I have 4 people watching, and that to me is amazing. Like, it may sound like a little bit to probably a bunch of other people, but to me, I'm just like, 4 people are watching. How exciting! Like, I have an audience. It's crazy. But, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have any questions or if you have anything to say about this video, what I should do in the future, because I do kind of want to keep going on live. And I don't know if I should make a lot like these lives kind of the same way that I do my videos, or if I should do more of like question and answer styles. I don't know. You guys let me know. But I do have a couple announcements like coming up, and I really would love to share with you guys, but I'm kind of making like the final touches. But one thing I did want to share for any of you guys who are watching, I have a workbook that is going to come out, and I wanted to give away this workbook for free to 2 of my subscribers. Um, Rebecca was actually one of the people who I ended up sending the workbook. So it was actually 3 people, and I chose Rebecca for one because she's been amazing on the community and on the Facebook group. And so it's just like, I need to send it to her because she's been amazing. But I did also want to send it to 2 more subscribers and kind of get your feedback on the workbook. It's the, I I forgot the name. It's called like the 7-day um, guide to beat procrastination. And it's I'm literally taking you day by day what it is that you need to do in order to beat procrastination. Originally, I was going to do a 30-day one, but I'm like, why am I going to make it so long? It needs to just be a week. Like, I'm more than sure in a week you'll be set to go, and then the following week you'll be able to um create your plan and go after your goals. So, for anybody who wants to sign up for that, I will be creating like a community post, and all you need to do is just like say, "Oh, I want whatever," or whatever I'm going to put on the community post of like what the requirements are, whether it's to like subscribe or I don't know. But point is that I want to send it to 2 subscribers. So, if you want to be a part of that kind of like what is it called? Study, I guess, and want to give me that testimonial and feedback, then I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna, like I said, create like a community post, and then if you want to join, I'll write your name there, and then probably in a week, I'll probably pick a subscriber on who wants to pick a subscriber so that I can send them their workbook. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I don't have really much anything else to say unless you guys have questions. But thank you so much for joining me on my first live. It was so scary, but I did it. And I'm in my old bedroom at my mom's house. I didn't have anybody. Oh, I'm seeing the little cheers. Um, yeah, I'm in my old bedroom. This is my old bedroom at my mom's house because I didn't have anybody. Because I work as a speech language pathologist, so I do in-home, so I drive to, like, clients' homes, and I didn't have anybody for this hour, so I was like, "I'm just gonna go live," and then at 9:30, I have my therapy session, so I'm just like, "I'll just go live before therapy and then talk about this in my therapy session," and then I have my what's it called? My clients, like, for the rest of the day. But hi, Rebecca. So it says, "Thank you, Jolly. You're an answer to our prayers. Thank you for giving me the tools to finally reach my goals." Oh my gosh, thank you so much. See what I mean? Like, I love Rebecca. You're amazing. You're awesome. Thank you so much for your kind words. You guys are amazing. Okay, well, I hope um this helps somebody. But thank you so much for watching. So if you're watching the repeat, don't forget to subscribe and like and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Jolly Silva. So thank you guys so much for watching for my first live, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.